So then, in today's video, I'm going to be exploring tunnels in Morocco in Africa. So along I go to the first tunnel, which is the tunnel near Fez Medina. This tunnel is 1,350 metres long. So I wanted to go and explore it. So I go along to the Western Tunnel portal, where there was someone who I thought was a worker. But were they in fact a worker? Or was it just a normal person wearing a high-vis to blend in? Because if we take a look at the substation building, it is being squatted. Someone's turned this substation into their personal living quarters, and they've hanged out their washing on the substation fence. Now, as I didn't know the situation, I walked off and didn't go into the tunnel. But looking back, I literally could have got in. Even if this was in fact a railway worker, he would have not cared. But well, I just guess I had to learn the system. I didn't want to just go ahead with something not knowing how this country works. And it turns out this country does not care one bit who goes into railway tunnels. So I now go along to the other end of this tunnel at the Eastern Tunnel portal. And as I walk towards the portal, someone walks out of the tunnel. And this person clearly was not a railway worker. So people do seem to go in these railway tunnels quite regularly. So this tunnel is on a single track diesel railway between Fez and Taza, and the trains are very infrequent. I go into the tunnel.
What the hell? He doesn't work here, he's a civilian. He's an ordinary member of the public and he just walked out the tunnel. What the fuck? I don't even know what to say now. I was an ordinary member of the public.
And at the first alcove, there was a massive stinking shit. Yeah, I think that person that just walked out was using a tunnel as a toilet.
Okay, I don't think I'm allowed to show this bit on camera for YouTube, but I found out why he went in the tunnel. He went to the first alcove and he took a shit in it.
So I continued to walk into the tunnel.
There's people going to railway tunnels to do a shit. Right, that... I don't even know what to say to that. You smell it as well. Okay, nice big alcoves. So, you can see how much glare is. In real life it's not quite as bad, but still, even though that there is the stupidest place to put a signal, because as you come around a dark tunnel to the bright outside, then you've got a signal that's not that well lit, but it's an absolutely stupid place to put a signal. You can barely see it. Yeah, the alcoves are regular. Okay, people sleep in the tunnel, right.
And the train heading from Taza to Fez passed by 10 minutes ahead of schedule.
Here it comes. Wow, 10 minutes early.
So let's take a look at this tunnel.
But anyway, this is your tunnel. The alcoves are huge, right? You don't normally get alcoves that big. It's a big alcove.
So at this point, as I still wasn't quite sure of the situation, I decided to not go any further into the tunnel and instead try a different tunnel. I now feel very stupid for not continuing.
Hope the train doesn't come right now because I have to duck an alcove with shit in it if it did.
So I decided to go and take a look at another tunnel on this railway. Now, walking along the train tracks to the next tunnel, but I quickly realised that literally everyone walks down the train tracks here, so let's just say things are very different in Morocco compared to England.
There's a hole in the fence and a very worn footpath, and this is not workers, this is definitely just random people going down there. Discarded bottles everywhere. Maybe people just go here to throw rubbish. I honestly have no idea. Well, this here is a tunnel under the military base, so I don't want to get in trouble with the military, so I have to hope this spot is okay to go in.
Now, the next tunnel I'm going to be taking a look at is the one near Fez Central Station. This tunnel is 1,400 metres long, and this tunnel goes underneath a military base, which I was slightly worried about to start with, but turns out it was literally nothing to be worried about because homeless people sleep in this tunnel, which actually turns out to be a completely different type of worry compared to my original worries. So let's now go and explore this tunnel. And 2 alcoves in, there was a homeless person's bed. And this is fresh. It's got fresh bowls of water. This is in use. Homeless people live here. And I do not want to encounter any homeless people.
Fuck. That's fresh. There's people sleeping in these tunnels. Fuck. I don't want to bump into them, that's the problem.
Because the most annoying thing about Morocco, which really gets on my nerves, is that every single person in this country seems to think I'm some kind of rich Westerner, which I'm not. I'm doing this trip on a very tight budget. But it's really annoying, especially in the Medina, where everyone's trying to party from your money in every way possible. But the thing is, with this tunnel, I don't want to meet homeless people in a dark tunnel, because there's no witnesses, they're clearly going to think I'm rich. That makes me nervous. So as I continue into the tunnel, on my way back, it turns out I actually walked past a homeless person sleeping in an alcove on the other side of the tracks, and I just didn't notice him until I walked past again on my walk back. But yeah, this tunnel was definitely making me quite nervous.
Fuck. People fucking sleep in these tunnels. That's fucked. That is fucked, that is.
Anyway, I continue into the tunnel, and even though it starts off on a bend, it then becomes a straight tunnel going underneath the military base and out to the other side. Let's now walk through this entire tunnel. So I'm now halfway through the tunnel. And now I am approaching the other end, the eastern end of the tunnel. So coming out on the eastern end, it's got this very interesting structure around a portal.
Wow, look at that. That's interesting. Wow. Okay.
And out at the other side of the tunnel, there were chickens everywhere. A local person was actually using this area around the tunnel to feed their chickens. And then I noticed there was a railway worker in a little hut. I quickly walked back into the tunnel because I didn't want them to see me. And I actually don't know if they saw me or not, but I very quickly realised if they did see me, they just wouldn't have cared. So anyway, let's now walk back through the tunnel.
Obviously don't know if he works that way. How fucking scary it is. Okay, I don't know who the orange high vis was. I don't know. It's the same as the tunnel. I don't know if he works the way or not. I think he does. But either he didn't notice me or he didn't care, but I'm not sure which. I'm now about 150 metre down the tunnel. So I think I'm okay now. I can't see anyone looking down like I would do if you did this in another country. I don't think anyone cares.
And it was at this point a train from Fez to Taza passes by. So I walked back through the tunnel, and just as I was getting back towards the western end, that's when I saw the homeless person sleeping in the alcove. He was fast asleep, didn't notice me at all, but doing this kind of thing alone in Morocco certainly does make me a bit nervous. So then it was at this point a train then returns back from Fez back to Taza.
Right, now to the next tunnel.
So then I now leave this tunnel and let's now go to the next tunnel, which is over in a different city. The next tunnel is located over in Meknes. This is a double track tunnel and the railway line is electrified with overhead cables. This is on the railway line from Rabat to Fez. This tunnel is 400 metres long. And as I was walking towards this tunnel, I took longer to get than what I wanted as the train then passed by. And I wanted to see this train going past from inside the tunnel, so annoyingly I got here a bit too late. Let's now go and explore this tunnel. And here I am approaching the other end of the tunnel. And this is what the other end looks like. So I now return back through the tunnel. And sadly I did not get to see any trains going through the tunnel. This is because I was a bit short for time and I needed to get back to the train station to actually board a train, so I couldn't really wait around any longer. So sadly, to my disappointment, I didn't get to see a train here. But anyway, I still had a very good adventure in Morocco exploring tunnels, and that is the end of the video.